Episode 50 of Sutton Reactions. We have made it. It feels crazy. It feels weird. It doesn't feel like we've done this many episodes of this show, but here we are at episode 50 of Sutton Reactions. Welcome in, welcome one, and welcome all. My name is Sutton Def, your host, where in this show, again, we react to pretty much any and everything that we find interesting, funny, and all things in between. And we do this live. So if you are watching live with us right now, welcome in. Make sure you sound off in the comments. I know I'm a little bit later today for a Friday. It's been kind of a weird day for your boy so far. It's just kind of been like really dreary outside. It's been like raining, it's thunderstorming like right now as we speak. So I apologize if you guys hear that in the background before we get into anything, because it's been thunderstorming like something serious here. What's going on, King Blaze in the chat? What up, Mike? I see you. I see y'all. Make sure you sound off in the live chat. If you're part of the replay gang on this episode, comment down below. Comment down below. Hashtag replay gang, just like we do over on PRP. And yeah, let us know that you were in here. Let us know that you were in here. Let me see here. What's going on, Stretch 52? What up? What up, Zeke? What's going on? Happy Friday, y'all. We made it to another Friday. Man. Real quick. Clap it up for that. Made it to another weekend. God is good. Now listen, we got some things to get into today. Of course, we got our usual. We've got our Liminal Olympics coming up here soon, and we also have some topics to get into. You know, nothing crazy, nothing too crazy, but yeah, we definitely got some things to touch on. See, it's like thundering like really bad in the background. I hope my mic's not picking it up too crazy. But yeah, Sudden Reactions, episode 50. Let's get into it. Like the video. All right. Yes, sir. We are back with another episode of Sudden Reactions, episode 50 on a lovely Friday, April the 10th. Man, I'm excited for this weekend for one specific reason. As you guys know, I'm a big MMA fan, right? So UFC 327 is this weekend. Yuri Prochazka is taking on Carlos Ulberg in the main event. I know a lot of you guys don't watch UFC, but if you do, or if you're just a casual and sometimes you have it on, you'll watch it, you definitely want to tune into tomorrow night's fight. Super excited about that. Outside of that, don't really have any crazy plans for this weekend. Last couple of weekends, really feels like for the last month, I've been kind of like doing a bunch of stuff on my weekends. So it'll be cool to just kind of chill out and relax on this one. It'll be cool to do that. Let me see here. Who else is in the chat? Let me see. My guy Glaucoma is in here. Zeke, Stretch, Mike. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back. We are back with a Friday episode. I want to start it off with something that was sent to me by my guy Stretch here. Let me go ahead and show you. Pull it up on screen. I meant to bring this up a few days ago, but Manny Pacquiao, of course, we knew he was supposed to be fighting Floyd Mayweather sometime this year, but apparently now that fight has fallen out because of some sort of dispute between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather on whether it should be whether the fight should be an exhibition or it should be an actual fight that counts towards both fighters' records. At least I believe that is the story. So here's a story here that says Manny Pacquiao takes over Floyd Mayweather's old gym amid rematch tension between the boxing rivals. And I want to read through this because I really want to see what's going on here. Because Floyd versus Manny Pacquiao, as you know, disgusting and gross as it might seem in the big 2026, To you guys, I still low key would like to see that fight. I would. I would like to see them run it back. And the fact that Floyd is kind of like shying away from this being, a fight that actually counts on his record, because you guys know Floyd is 50-0, kind of tells me he doesn't know if he could actually beat Pacquiao at his age. Now, I personally think he can, but nobody knows Floyd better than Floyd. So, and this is kind of telling me right here, like his actions. But let me read through this article. It says, inside a boxing gym once tied to Floyd Mayweather Jr. in the heart of Hollywood, Pacquiao walked past a partially finished ring, pointing toward future placements for heavy bags and glancing at a larger-than-life image of his rival that will soon be taken down. The space, which is set to open this summer, already carries its new identity, Pacquiao Prime Boxing. Let me see. Pacquiao and Mayweather are set to meet again September 19th at the Sphere in Las Vegas, a rematch more than a decade after their record-setting 2015 bout. In recent days, attention around the fight has centered on how it will be presented, with Mayweather describing it as an exhibition, while Pacquiao points to the terms he agreed to. Representatives from Mayweather did not respond to requests for comment. He says he knows what he signed, Pacquiao said in an interview with the Associated Press this week, offering a steady matter-of-fact view as he continues preparation for the bout. It comes down to principle for the Filipino boxer who ended his own 4-year retirement last year. The 49-year-old undefeated Floyd Mayweather returns after retiring 9 years ago. Dignity, integrity, Pacquiao said, that's what matters. So it sounds like the contract was already signed for Manny to fight Floyd on, what did they say, September 19th at the Sphere in Las Vegas. It's going to be a huge event, massive in Vegas. It sounded like the contract was already signed. It was not going to be an exhibition. It was an actual bout, right, where it was going to count towards both fighters' records. And apparently Floyd signed the contract, but then after signing the contract, he's going back on it and saying, "Oh no. Can we maybe revise that and let's call this an exhibition, right? Can we do that?" And Floyd's like, I mean, not Floyd, but Pacquiao's like, no, Bubba, like we're doing this. You signed the contract. Your O is on the line now, and I'm getting ready. I'm training. So it sounds like right now the bout is still on. But it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds in the next couple of months, because September is a little whiles away. Let me see. Asmodeus, what up? This is mad different watching on my laptop. Phone is being stupid and not letting me type. Oh man, definitely a different experience watching on a bigger screen. Let me see. Stretch says, I've been seeing Floyd use this fight as collateral for a loan. Ooh. Is that a fact? Let me see. Floyd Mayweather collateral for loan. Let me see if there's an article on that or something. Let me see here. Here we go. Yahoo Sports. Floyd Mayweather took a cash advance payment ahead of Manny Pacquiao rematch, potentially breached multiple contracts for Netflix exhibition. It says a long-awaited rematch between Floyd and Manny Pacquiao is once again surrounded by controversy. Currently scheduled for September 19th. It was expected to take place inside the Sphere. Reports, Pacquiao, things have gotten messy. Let me see. Public back and forth, kind of rematch, roadblocks, yada, yada, yada. Let me see. Over the weekend, confusion erupted when Mayweather suggested during a Las Vegas meet and greet that the bout might be turned into an exhibition and that the venue was not yet finalized. So he said that to the media. That directly contradicts what Pacquiao's side believes they agreed to. As of right now, the fight is still on. There is no termination of any sort, and he has signed for a professional fight. Let me see. So Floyd Mayweather is in breach of his contract. I see. Now, where is this about this cash advancement? I want to see. Because that would be scandalous. Scandalous. Okay. It was revealed that Mayweather has received payments up front for all of his upcoming bouts and even took an advance on his purse for the Pacquiao fight. Floyd signed three separate agreements across different. Okay, so you know what this is sounding like? You know what this is sounding like? And it may seem obvious. Many of you may have picked up on it before, but it sounds like Floyd Mayweather is in with the Sharks right now. He's in deep with somebody. He needs money to pay back because he probably owes some very dangerous people. That's what it's sounding like right now. Because why would 50 plus year old Floyd Mayweather be signing multiple bout agreements, three fights in 1 year? He was supposed to be fighting Mike Tyson. He's supposed to be fighting Manny Pacquiao, and he's supposed to be fighting some other guy as well. All this year. Why would he all of a sudden sign on the dotted line for three separate bout agreements in 1 year? Again, at his big age of 50 plus, however old he is, he's got to owe somebody some money. And the fact that he took out advancements on his purse for all of these fights just further proves that point. He needed the money now. It's like, it's my money and I need it now. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't exactly know why he is opting to tell the media that the Pacquiao fight might be switched to an exhibition. Like, why would you know what I mean? Like, if you want to make it look a little less fishy, I would say, or I don't know, just stand on something. Just stand on it. You needed the money. You signed on the dotted line to fight Pacquiao. Cool. Now go fight him under the terms that you signed for. No need to, now that you paid off whoever you needed to pay off. Now you want to switch it up and say, oh no, we need to turn this into an exhibition. It can be just a friendly sparring match. I'll tell you one thing: if they turn that into an exhibition, I'm not watching. And I know a lot of you weren't watching to begin with, which I totally understand. But I would watch it if Floyd's O was on the line. I would. I would. I wonder who he owes, man. IRS, yeah. Yeah. Floyd going broke. I think Floyd is broke. I think he is broke. It's because again, it makes no. There's literally no other explanation for signing multiple contracts at once. I'm surprised he's trying to duck Manny. The last few times I've seen Manny, he hasn't looked that explosive. Yeah, and the thing is, Floyd isn't really explosive either. He's got super brittle hands. Uh, and he's a lot slower than he was before. And I feel like Pacquiao, if he is able to land, and I think this is where Floyd knows the danger could be in that fight. Pacquiao, if he is able to land a couple of good shots across I guess they would probably go for 10 rounds, maybe 12 rounds. He could hurt Floyd. And I don't think Floyd really sees it as worth it to risk that. Oh, but he did see it as worth it, to get that advancement. So he could pay back whatever loan shark, whether it's the IRS, whether it is, a mob boss, whether it is who, I don't know. I don't know. But it's obvious that he owes somebody, and that's why he needs this money so bad. Yeah. Yep. So just wanted to start off with that there. So, guys, I think it's time. Let's go ahead and get into our Liminal Olympics games for the day. Let me know if you're in here. Make sure you're ready up in the chat. If you're ready for the third Liminal Olympics challenge of the week, the third and final. I just want to remind everybody. That your boy did win the last two games. I've won back-to-back games. Back-to-back. Not a lot of y'all can say that you've done that. I think maybe only one or two of y'all. Okay. But your boy went back-to-back. Now, they were co-dubs. So I basically, meaning I split the dub with somebody else because somebody else had the same record as me. The other day, it was Tila. And yesterday, it was Kenny. Today, I'm hunting for my first solo dub. So if you're in the chat, ready up, let me know you are here and ready to rock. Let me see. King Lee says, "Hey, I was 5-2, felt good about it." Yeah, I mean, you did kind of make a little rally towards the end. I see Chris in the chat. What up, Chris? Kenny's in the chat. I mean, look, he ready. Kenny ready to defend that title. He ready to defend that title. Look, man, I'm gonna need to take it today. I need it today. I need that. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Asmodeus, yeah, you gotta bounce back, man. You've been in a slump recently. You gotta pick it up. All right, here we go. First challenge.
Pick a door before the timer runs out. Your choice decides the next 69 hours.
69 hours. Pick a door. Blue door or red door? Where are we going first, chat? Where are we going first? Where are we going first? Let me see. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I think I'm gonna go. Pick the red door. Don't trust tall guy. I think I'm gonna go with the red door. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the red door on this one. Reverse psychology is gonna get me. I already know. I'm gonna go with the red door though. I'm going with the red door. Let me see what y'all say. Let me see what y'all say. Glaucoma says red door. Let me see. Asmodeus says red. Kenny says blue. Chris says red. Blaze says red. Okay. How do I find these on TikTok? TikTok. Also Instagram. I find them on there too. It's just liminal spaces. That's all. Might start making them myself. Mike says blue. I'm going red, y'all. I'm going red. All right. Let's see. Want to know. Here we come.
Blue door, the last subway. You step on
What's up,
the
big cuz?
platform. One train waits. Doors open. No passengers.
Oh, so this is the blue door.
Just humming lights. You board. The door's shut. At the end of the carriage, a brown mascot sits upright. Glossy eyes fixed forward. You're sure it wasn't there. You blink. It's closer. It never walks. It only moves when you're not looking. The windows show only darkness. The speaker crackles. Final stop. The doors open. Every wall is covered in posters of the same mascot. On the newest one, your name. The train vanishes. It wasn't following you. It was waiting.
Oh, yeah. Overweight. Red door.
The empty apartment.
Come on.
You enter a quiet, warm apartment.
Come on, apartment.
Lights glow softly. The table is set. The bed is made.
Oh, yeah.
Everything feels prepared.
Oh, yeah.
But no one is there.
Y'all got the Five Nights at Freddy's.
Your phone shows no time. No signal. Outside, the city is frozen. When you turn back, the door is gone.
Make sure there's no entities.
You're simply not meant to leave. Pick a door.
Green Giant. Let's go. 69 hours in an empty apartment. I'll do it. No Wi-Fi, but I'll do it. I'll take it. 1-0 for your boy. 1-0 for your boy. Clap it up if you got the first one correct. Clap it up for yourselves. Listen, if you're 0-1, you need to step it up. Let's move along here. 1-0. 1-0 so far on the day for your boy. Challenge number two.
Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate for the next
10 hours. 10 hours. What up, JD? Should we trust this Jesus-looking character here, guys? I don't know. Do we trust the Jesus-looking character? I don't think we do. I feel like they're trying to trick us with this one. I feel like I should go red door, but you know what? I'm going to go blue. I'm going to go blue door. I'm going to go blue. Give me the blue door. That's my final answer. I'm going blue door. Here we go. Red was an L. No, it wasn't. And the last one? The first one was you got a freaking entity big ass bear waiting for you when you get off the train. As opposed to an empty apartment. I know I didn't get them mixed up. Chat, have y'all ever watched Euphoria? Yeah, it's coming back on. New season Sunday. Definitely checking that out for sure. Checking that out. All right. Let me go blue. All right, here we go.
hours. Door 1, the rainforest.
All right, red door's up first.
Seems like you definitely picked the
And no, Five Nights at Freddy's is not a win. Exactly. Asmodeus is not. Wait, Red Door? What's going on here?
will determine your fate for the next 10 hours.
I got blue.
Door 1, the Rainforest Island. Seems like you definitely picked the right door. The air smells warm and humid. Here, the only thing that could annoy you is Socrates, but he's in his own world. Food and drink are no issue, as you can just get them at the Jungle Bar.
Niggas in
the
paradise.
Wooden huts on this island feel like they were meant for you. Well, I hope you enjoy your 10 hours here.
All right.
Door 2,
Damn,
the
I should've picked
abandoned
red.
mine shaft. Oh, damn,
Alright,
you
see,
picked
look.
this door, huh? Alright, anyways, the air smells damp and ashy. You'll most likely feel sick here. Don't worry, that's normal for this place. Food and water are very rare. But if you're lucky, you can find a jet bridge. If you enter it, you'll enter the interior of a plane. There's some food and water, but it's hard to find. You're not alone here. There's an entity here. He has many eyes. If you see him, make sure to hide. If he finds you, then you'll never leave this place.
What in the hell is that?
Good luck with your 10 hours.
All right. That's an L for your boy. It's early L. I haven't been getting a whole lot of early L's lately. I've been starting off hot. But I'm 1-0 right. Not 1-0. I'm 1-1 right now. 1-1 right now. Records in the chat. Let me see. 1-1 for your boy. We got any 2-0s? Who 2-0? Tourist 2-0? Shout out to you. Asmodeus says, "Y'all, I'm drinking with Socrates." That's a dub. It is. That's a dub. I'm not gonna lie. How you 2-1, Kenny? This is the second game. Is it worth watching? Looking for something new to watch? Yeah, definitely check it out. Great acting, very intense moments, very relevant topics and stuff like that. Yeah, for sure. Let me see. 1-1 for your boy. 1-1 for your boy. 2-0 for Chris. Okay, Chris, I see you over there. I see you. Hey, it's been tough sledding. Been tough sledding lately, ain't it? I see you bouncing back a little bit. Must be because it's Friday or something. Let's move on. Your boy 1-1. I gotta bounce back.
Pick a door before the timer runs out. The door you've chosen will determine your fate for the next
24 hours. Red door, blue door. Where are we going? Oh, you putting it out there. You going to? So you calling it early. You calling your shots early. Red door, blue door. Where we going? You know what? Where do I want to go? Give me the red door. Yeah. I don't like the vibe I'm getting from this stick figure on the right side. I don't like the vibe. Nope. Yeah, give me the red door. I'm going red on this one, chat. Let me see where y'all going. See a couple blues. Okay. Yeah, I see a couple blues. See some reds too. Oh, we kind of split on this one. I'm gonna go red. Here we go. I didn't just mess nobody up. Here we go. Let's go. Let's see. Red door. Come on. Tell me something good. Broken time machine.
Now you're stuck in a prehistoric era. You step outside and notice that the air feels thicker and that the trees are taller.
Damn, not the T-Rex.
You see massive lizards emerging from the fog. Their eyes lock onto you. You run. The ground shakes violently. Leaves whip against your face. The footsteps stop. The forest goes silent.
And there's another entity?
Onto your back.
What the fuck was that?
Rows of teeth. Endless. Serrated. You simply were never meant to survive in this era. Blue.
Hell nah. That's a L.
White tiles stretch across a silent pool room, softly lit from above, while one entire wall opens into an endless sky filled with massive drifting clouds. The water is perfectly still.
Oh, the music almost threw me. Oh, wait, hold on. What the hell?
The surface and the horizon become indistinguishable. There is only one rule. Do not swim past where the tiles end. You step into the water, and it's perfectly warm, wrapping around you in a way that feels almost reassuring. Congratulations, you are safe here.
Well, that's 1 and 2 for your boy. 1 and 2 for your boy. Okay, that's fine. Got to make some adjustments. Not everybody can make it to back, 2-3 Super Bowls in a row. It's very hard to do that. I was going to try to be like the Chiefs and three-peat. I'm still in the running. I'm still in the mix. I feel like the Chiefs from that one year where, they were good, but they weren't that good, where they were beating teams by one score. I think it was the year before last. They still made the Super Bowl. That's how I'm feeling today. I'm feeling I'll still be in the championship when it's all said and done. I'll still be in the big dance when it's all said and done. I'm 1-2 right now, but don't count me out yet. Don't count me out yet. Let me see. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Asmodeus. I'm going to go there and I'm going to win. 3-0 for glaucoma. That's impressive. That's impressive. Yeah, nobody's surviving in Jurassic Park. Ain't nobody surviving in there. JD, you call it cope, I call it confidence. You call it cope, I call it confidence. Let's move on. Here we go. Challenge number 4. Time for me to bounce back.
Pick an elevator, but pick carefully. There is no turning.
Okay, where are we going here? We going SpongeBob or we going tall guy? My childhood is telling me to select good old Mr. SquarePants over on the left-hand side, but I feel like they're trying to trick me. I'm not sure. My gut says go with the tall guy. The kid in me says go with SpongeBob. I'm going to rock with my guy SpongeBob. We're going to see. Some of y'all going left with me. Okay. I see you. Picking SpongeBob. There we go. Not just me. Me hoy minoy. I see you, Mike. All right, here we go. I'm picking left. I'm picking SpongeBob.
Elevator 1. A day in SpongeBob's life.
Okay.
SpongeBob greets you inside the elevator with a joyous, toothy grin and a hearty laugh.
Right.
You ride together in high spirits until the doors slide open to reveal the vibrant, sun-drenched Krusty Krab. You stroll alongside SpongeBob toward the legendary establishment, where he immediately dives behind the grill to flip patties with rhythmic perfection.
Right.
Soon, you're seated at a barrel table, savoring the world-famous Krabby Patty in total peace. There are no monsters here. The atmosphere is warm, the scent is savory, and you are perfectly safe.
Oh, we good. Oh, yes, sir. My guy SpongeBob did not let me down. He did not let me down.
Elevator
All right, let's see what tall guy got.
The architect of errors. You step inside the elevator, but the air is cold and heavy. The overhead light flickers violently, and with a final crackle, the red-eyed entity vanishes into thin air. The doors groan open to reveal a corridor that stretches into infinity, but the very fabric of the dimension is fractured. Walls warp, and reality bleeds into shadow. You walk down this decaying hall until you stumble into a vast, silent warehouse. A single, weak bulb pulses above, then dies. Before you can even blink, the entity emerges from the void, stalking toward you. You picked wrong.
Oh, shit.
You lost.
Damn. Yep.
Pick an elevator.
Damn, that's some scary shit. Right there. That might have been like top 5 most scariest doors we've ever experienced here on this show. But SpongeBob got the W. Your boy's back to 500. Let's go. Clap it up for your boy. 2-2 on the day. I'll take it. Here starts my rally, y'all. Don't call it a comeback. Let's move on. Actually, as a matter of fact, let me see what y'all say. His eyes were a dead giveaway. 3-1. Okay, I see you, big cuz. That's impressive. Glaucoma 4-0. 4-0 is crazy. 4-0 is crazy. That's crazy. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. 2-2. 2-2 right now. I need my man Glaucoma to start missing some of these. Let me see. Let's go. All right, we got one more than the bonus round.
Pick an elevator, but pick carefully. There is no turning back.
All right, where are we going? We going with the girl on the left, or we going with the tall guy on the right? This looks like the friendly tall guy. I'm gonna take the right. I'm gonna take the friendly tall guy on this one. They be trying to fool you with the women on this one. They be trying to fool you. I'm going right. Yeah, give me the second elevator. It's the easy choice for me. I'm 2-2 right now. See, if I hit this, I go 3-2. If I hit the bonus round, that's gonna be tough. I can get to 5-2. I still have a shot. Very outside shot, but I still do have a shot. Okay. Let me see. Your boy is 2-2 right now. Door two. Okay. I see a lot of y'all going door 2. Is it everybody? Damn, everybody going 2? All right. Okay. Everybody went door 2. Got you. All right, here we go. Let's see.
Elevator 1. The
See
woman
what
in
Shawty
blue.
is offering.
You enter to find a woman in a blue dress who greets
I don't
you
like
with
her
a
smile
warm,
already.
genuine handshake. She seems very friendly. She even blows you a kiss. The
Nah,
ride feels peaceful as she chats kindly.
shouldn't be
But
that
the
easy.
moment the elevator stops, the atmosphere curdles. She steps into your personal space. The overhead lights flicker violently, and she claws her face away to reveal a void of shifting shadows.
Oh yeah, it's over with.
Screaming black
Knew it.
static consumes your vision.
They do this all the
You regain
time.
consciousness back in the elevator car, but the doors open to a jagged, obsidian wasteland choked by rivers of molten
Bro.
lava. An
What?
invisible, unnatural force hurls you out, sending you crashing face first into the burning stone with a concussive thud. As your vision clears, vengeful ghosts swarm from the heat haze.
Oh,
picked
so
wrong.
literally hell? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that was probably another one of the worst doors we've ever experienced. These elevators do not play. You better pick the right elevator. Because whatever yeah. All right, tall guy, what you got? I'm thinking this is a dub. And your boy's about to go 3-2, but let's see. Actually, there's no way
Elevator
this isn't a
2.
dub.
The tall entity. You
Okay.
step inside with the tall, slender entity
My
who
boy.
acknowledges you with a casual, silent peace sign. As
Mhm.
the elevator ascends, a blinding, ethereal white light pours through the seams of the doors. They slide open to reveal the entrance of a sprawling, sun-drenched penthouse. A long, flat driveway stretches out. Inside, you can sink into a plush velvet sofa to share a
martini?
chilled cocktail with your host while
Okay.
basking in the midday sun.
Hey, listen.
A grand banquet table sits ready,
Oh, yeah.
overflowing with an endless
We
feast
good.
of pizzas, kebabs, and fresh fruit for you and your bro to enjoy in total luxury. You won!
Let's go. All right, listen. Clap it up for your boy. 3-2 on the day, going into the bonus round. Let me see these records in the chat. Let me see. Kenny is also 3-2. King Lee is 3-2 as well. Let's see. 4-1 for King Blaze. Okay. Taurus 3-2. Taurus, you started off strong. I don't know what happened. You started off strong. Asmodeus 4-1. Okay, so we got a couple 4-1s, which means I'm still in it. We don't have any 5-0s, right? Or do we? Oh, glaucoma. That's right. Glaucoma is 5-0. Dang. So at the very most, I could tie with glaucoma. At the very most. Your boy's not going to get a solo dub today, guys. I only got 3 wins. Even with the bonus round, I still can't beat out glaucoma in this one. But damn, 5-0. I mean, hey, listen, man, clap it up for glaucoma. Hey, can't lie. That's tough. That's tough on a Friday. But you guys know what's next. You guys know what is next. We got the bonus round coming up here. And if this is your first time joining us, bonus round. If you get it correct, it is worth 2 wins on your record. If If you get it wrong, it's still only worth one loss. Okay. So if you think you still got an outside chance to maybe make it back to 500 on the day, or maybe even make it to 5 wins, listen, man, this is your opportunity. This is your shot. Here we go. Bonus round.
Hide quickly.
All right. We got Jason Voorhees after us today, guys. We got Jason Voorhees after us. Where are we hiding at? Where are we hiding? Pick your hiding spot. Let me see. Where are we going? 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 Let's see. Where do I want to go in this one? I think I'm going to pick. Give me. Damn, this is a tough one. Because I feel like he's going to come from the bottom left side, which means I should go. You know what? Give me 9. Give me 9. I think 9 is going to stay out of the way. I think 9 is in a closet right there. 8, if anything, is going to get done up before 9 does. You got to go through a lot of obstacles to get through 9. So I'm going to go 9. I'm going to go 9. That's where I'm going. Let me see. Y'all ready to lock in your answers? Lock in them answers. You could change last second. That's okay. That's all good. You can do 9. Blaze says 9 as well. Glaucoma says 2. Asmodeus says 10. Okay. Stretch says 3. Kenny says 5. Make sure you hit that like button. King Lee with the most important comment right here. Hit that like button, y'all. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Appreciate it. We're trying to grow this channel, Sutton Reactions. Again, if you're watching on the Purple Rain podcast, scroll down to the description. If you're wondering, why can't I see everybody else in the chat? Scroll down in the description if you're watching on PRP, right? And click the link and come join us on the Sutton Reactions channel. Glaucoma says, I never win this round. What did Glaucoma pick again? Let me see. What did Glaucoma pick? 2. You went 2. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's see. Here we go. Bonus round. I'm going 9. I'm looking to go 5 and 2 on the day and get a co-dub. Let's see. I'm going 9. Here we go.
Hide quickly.
Crap. Here we go.
No. Wait.
6 out of there. 10. I don't know why. 10 was a terrible selection. Asmodeus, why'd you pick 10? Oh, no. Wait, what? No. I know that did not just happen. Did he did 3? Wait a minute. Who picked 3? Nah, let me go back. Who picked 3? I got to go back and see. Let me see who picked 3 real quick. Stretch 52. No, brother. No. That was insane, dog. What just happened? He topped off Voorhees and tipped him off to number 2. That's violation right there. Okay, let me see. If 3 ends up surviving, I don't even know if I can count that as a dub. Oh, he left 3 alone.
Man, they found us. Asher.
Come on, 9. Stay safe, 9. Get away from my 9. 8 out of there. No. Okay, he didn't snitch on 9. Okay. All right. Okay. Guys. I was truly not prepared for that. Like, at all. I was not prepared for that whatsoever. That was absolutely insane, bro. I don't know what the hell just happened. But your boy's 5-2. Your boy is 5-2 on the day. And it looks like we got a couple of 6-1s in the house. We got a couple of 6-1s in the house now. Glaucoma, man. Oh, you came so close. You came so close. But shout out to shout out to me. Shout out to me because I got 5 wins, but we have a couple of 6 wins in the chat. King Blaze got 6. Let me see. Big Cuz has 6 as well. Yes, sir. So I think it's just those two. Okay. Listen. King Blaze and Big Cuz, you guys are the winners of today's Liminal Olympics challenge. Let's clap it up for him. Clap it up for him. King Blaze, Big Cuz. Happy Friday to y'all. Congratulations. Y'all are the winners right before the weekend. And listen, man, that was a very rough one. That was a rough one, that last challenge. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. But y'all did it. Y'all came through and y'all actually were kind of like middle of the pack the whole time, you know. And y'all came back, y'all stuck with it. Shout out to y'all. Anybody who tries to hate on y'all, listen, they can't. But if they do, what do we say?
We do not care.
Shout out to Big Cuz. Shout out to my man King Blaze. Smoking on that liminal pack tonight. I know that's right. No, that's right. Good shit, guys. Good shit. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Blazing Cuz. Congratulations. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Thank you for playing. Let's go ahead and move on here. Right along. Moving right along. Moving right along. Looks like we are on schedule. Let's see. So I want to bring this up. It's in the title. Chick-fil-A blessings. I don't know if you guys heard this story, but apparently there was a kid at Chick-fil-A, working at Chick-fil-A, or a guy, right? He's a grown man.
Guides his thought process.
Who found cash and turned it in. Let's take a listen.
It up and I brought it to Human Resources.
The money was inside 2 envelopes when he found it. I asked him why he didn't just keep the money for himself.
But that's not what Jesus would have done. That's not what God would have wanted.
Centron said his faith guides his thought process.
Money is useless without character.
Kinston Police Chief Keith Goyette said it's amazing that Centron did what he knew was right.
A lot of people will unfortunately take that money and run with it, but kudos to that employee at Chick-fil-A. Definitely deserves an award.
So let me give you some context, a little bit more context here. As it says here in this tweet, it says an 18-year-old Chick-fil-A worker. So I guess he is a kid still. 18-year-old Chick-fil-A worker. Damn, but he got a full beard though. Full ass beard at 18. Did I have a full ass beard at 18? I can't remember. 18-year-old Chick-fil-A worker who found nearly $10,000 in the bathroom and returned it to his owner says he did not keep it because, quote, that's not what Jesus would have done. That's not what God would have wanted. What a good guy. Jaden Centron found $9,333 in cash inside 2 bank envelopes in a restroom while working a shift on Good Friday morning. Hey, listen, I'm not going to cap to you. I'm not. Listen, that would have been a really good Friday for me. A really good Friday. I'm not going to lie to y'all, but let me keep reading. He said he immediately felt something was wrong and turned the money over to his workplace's HR department. Centron said the decision was simple. That's not what Jesus would have done. That's not what God would have wanted. The owner of the money gave him $500, I guess, as a reward, as a consolation for finding his money. So, again, let's review. So he found the cash inside 2 bank envelopes in a restroom. Okay. So how did this money, this $10,000 cash, find its way onto a Chick-fil-A restroom floor on a Friday morning? Damn near $10,000. I guess the part that That's the part that doesn't add up to me, actually. Like, how did that get on the floor? Did some guy have two? First of all, who carries that much cash? You know what I mean? I would love to see the person who actually, was the owner of that money, those envelopes. But what would y'all do? What would y'all do? Y'all making off with that cash, or y'all turning it in? Hey, look, I need to clock out early today. 18-year-old me would have definitely took it. Good for him, though. Good for him, though. Salute, salute, definitely salute. Because says this deserves a sip of Dawn. Oh, your win? Yeah. I mean, if I had something, I'd toast it up for you right now. I don't got nothing. Right now. Maybe next time. But yeah. Nah, yeah. I mean, good for the dude. I guess like in his brain, and I guess he was thinking very logically about the situation. Like, there isn't really a way that you can get away with keeping that money anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's cameras all inside Chick-fil-A. For one, they can see who's going into the bathroom at what time, and whatever customer dropped that money or lost that money, they're going to do whatever they can in their power to make sure that Chick-fil-A uh, tries to find it inside the store. So whether, they have to pull up cameras and see what happened, see who walked in at a certain time, walked in after me in the restroom where I might have dropped it, and eventually it would get traced back to that 18-year-old kid that he took the money. So I think all in that moment, he was like, yeah, this is a lot of money, but I'm going to have to really, really like cover my tracks and like do extra work to really even, be able to keep this and not get in trouble. You know what I mean? So shout out to him. He says that it was just like by his faith, which is awesome as well. But definitely on the logical side of things, like you probably shouldn't have taken that. Probably wouldn't have ended well. 86 Ghost says I'm a cuff a few dollars. Yeah, I mean, even a couple of dollars, they would still, do their due diligence to try to see what happened to that money. So it's one of those things. If it's a $10,000 envelope, they're gonna want to make sure that all $10,000 is in there. But kid's a good Samaritan. Kid's a good Samaritan, man. Clap it up for him. Clap it up for him. Clap it up for him. And where was this at? Kinston? Let me see. Let me ask Grok real quick. Good Friday. What state? What state was this in? I want to know. Kinston, North Carolina. Wow. I've been there many and many a times. Shout out to him. Shout out to the K. Shout out to the K. But yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on here. What else do I have for you guys on this beautiful Friday? Not so beautiful. Again, like I said, it's like been raining and like storming here literally all day. It's actually kind of annoying that it chooses to do this on a Friday. Am I right? But here we go. Here's what's next. Let's see. So here is what seems to be middle-aged woman, or maybe approaching middle age, and she's talking about how her friends that have become parents are now bad friends to her, and how that makes her feel because she is, I guess, single and child free.
I want to talk about something that doesn't get said out loud enough when you're child free, and it's not about not liking kids. Let's be clear. It's not about regret. It's definitely not about not being happy for your friends, because I am. I want to show up. I showed up for the engagement parties. I showed up for the bridal showers, the bachelorettes, the wedding, the mornings of the wedding, for the makeup, the whole thing. And then I showed up again for the baby showers, the baptisms, the birthday parties, the dance recitals, the jogathons, and the school events. And I didn't do this out of obligation, let's be clear. I did it because I actually love my people, family and friends. But here's the part that's hard to say and people aren't gonna like. There's this societal narrative that says, don't worry, when it's your turn, it'll come back to you. But if you're child free, there is no your turn in the same way. There's no equivalent series of life events where people gather around you like that ever again. And even if there are moments worth celebrating, jobs, promotions, houses, your friends with kids often can't show up in the same way that you did for them. They're stretched thin, they're tired, their priorities have shifted, and that makes complete sense. Let me repeat, makes sense. But it can still feel really, really lonely because the energy that we gave so freely, presence, attention, showing up, money, doesn't always come back to you in the ways that it was told it would. And you can be deeply happy with your life and still grieve that. You can be deeply happy for your friends with kids who are married and still feel sad that you don't get celebrated the way that they do and did. Both things can exist. So if you ever have felt that sadness, that disconnect, you're not selfish, you're not doing life wrong, you're just noticing something that's real, and it's valid for those feelings to be acknowledged, and you deserve to do that for yourself.
Okay. So what this woman is basically saying is that she feels as though her friends aren't reciprocating the same effort in their relationship as she is. Like, she's showing up for her friends' kids' baby showers and, their wedding and, the school plays and all this stuff that has to do, birthday parties, all this stuff that has to do with their kids. But she's saying basically when it's time for her to be celebrated and, have things where they show up for her, they're not there at the same rate or the same clip, I guess. So I think the problem that we're seeing here is that this woman simply has not grown up yet. And what I mean by that is she still wants to be celebrated like a kid on Christmas, if that makes sense. And again, it's like being grown and still expecting like a bunch of Christmas gifts from your family. Like, once you get older, yeah, like the things that you have going on, like a job, a promotion, or a housewarming, and things like that, like those are all great things, but they're not going to be celebrated quite like a child, because in this life, all we have is life, and the most precious thing in life is new life. That's why we celebrate babies so much. That's the most pure and precious thing that we have are young children, babies. So that's why they're celebrated. That's why, and then also they're a 24/7 commitment. Like, having a child is like literally being a 24-hour, 7-day a week, like security guard and personal chef and, basically just caregiver, which is extremely taxing. So it's like, yes, sorry if I'm not able to show up for you in the same way. But sorry if I'm not able to go to 3 p.m. happy hour on a Wednesday with you. Sorry if on Saturday your housewarming that starts at 2 p.m. conflicts with little junior soccer game that goes from 1 to 6. You know what I mean? It's like those responsibilities. I feel like people like her, while she mentioned it is okay to acknowledge the feelings, I think feelings and emotions need to be checked, right? You should have these checks and balances in your brain for your emotions. Like, yeah, it's okay to feel like, damn, like, ever since they had kids, like, they don't really seem to be as there for me as I am for them. But there's a reason for that. You have to ask yourself then. You have to dig deeper, do the work, dig deeper and say, hey, look, like, yeah, they're probably dealing with a crap ton right now. They are constantly having to look after and support and feed and do all these things for this life, and they kind of have to give themselves to that. And I feel like, I guess, her as a childless person, and I wonder if she's single. Somebody put in the chat, says, where's her man at? Because it sounds like a lot of this recognition and recognition and celebration and things like that she's looking for, she could be getting that from a relationship, or she should be. She shouldn't be looking for her friends to give her that. Furthermore, I mean, it's just like, once you have children and you start a family becomes first over everything. You know, it may seem like a double standard, because people who I guess don't have children, they can think like, okay, yeah, it's friends and family. It's like on the same thing, it's on the same level. But like, no, when you have your own children, it's family has to come first, always, always. It just does, you know. So again, it's okay for her to feel that and understand those emotions, but I think emotions do also need to be checked. Let me see. Went to my friend's baby shower this part Saturday, and I was just happy to be there. Yeah, that's good. This past Saturday, yeah, yeah. She needs her own hobbies, and sometimes you just be tired. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. When you're not like in the daily grind of it all. And that's the thing, like for me, I don't even have kids yet. But like just logically thinking about like what it takes, you know what I mean? Like it's not hard to understand how somebody might be burnt out, you know, and you're burnt out from a long and tireless work week on top of taking care of your kids. And then anybody with kids will tell you the weekends are for the kids as well, especially when they become like a certain age. The weekends are for the kids as well, whether they have like sports or activities or things that they need to tend to. There's birthday parties, there's all these things, kids or the weekend is for kids too. And it's just hard. It's tough, So it also depends on like what I would tell this woman personally if I was talking to her is that like, talk to your friends. Like don't judge your friendship or don't measure your friendship based on who shows up to what events. Because life be life and sometimes, and not everybody's going to be able to show up to every one of your events, and you're not going to be able to show up to every one of theirs. But just talk to them sometimes and just like check on them and see how they're doing and have conversations like you used to have. Right? That's where like the connection is built. Not who showed up to my bachelorette party and who showed up to my um you know kids recital or it shouldn't be that. It should just be like communication is key, basically, is what I'm saying. Talk to your peoples. They want to go to Chuck E. Cheese or to the park or do something. Yeah, they always got something in mind. Always something in mind. But yeah, but she definitely needs her own hobbies though. Sounds bored and single. Bored and single. But T's and P's. Thoughts and prayers to her. Thoughts and prayers to her. All right, what else we got? What else we got here on this episode? What else did I want to show you guys? We talked Chick-fil-A. There was this whole mental load thing.
Mental load isn't real. I love it when men tell me that the mental load isn't real because it gives me an opportunity to give them real life examples of the mental load. And there's a viral video that's going around right now that I think is the perfect example of the difference between doing a task and carrying the mental load for a task. And I think this is something that couples fight about all the time, right? A woman will come to her husband and say, I need you to help with the mental load. And he'll say, sure, babe, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. Or tell me what to cook for dinner and I'll cook it. Tell me what to buy at the grocery store. I'll buy it. And what they're not understanding is they're still asking her to carry the mental load. They're just doing the task for her. And those are two separate things. And so this video that's going viral is, honestly, I like the video and I like the content this guy is creating. He creates videos where he shows boys how to do things. So one of his videos is like teaching boys how to iron, teaching boys how to grocery shop, teaching boys how to make an appointment. So he's teaching young men and boys how to be adults. And I think that is valuable. And I think a lot of the lessons he's teaching are really interesting. Like one of the things he said is like, okay, we're looking at the milk. Don't just grab the milk, look at the expiration date. And I think that's amazing. Like, I think it's great that he's teaching young boys this information. However, so many women have sent me these videos and they've said he's so close to getting it, right? Like he's so close to teaching boys what it looks like to show up as a functioning partner, an equal partner, right? But he's missing the mental load portion because throughout the entire video, he starts off by saying, we're using a list our wife gave us. Our wife looked in the fridge, she looked in the pantry, and she wrote down what she needed. But she didn't write down brand or kind of cheese or any of those things, but she did give us a list. So it's our job to make sure that we get the right things so she doesn't nag us, essentially. So he's placing the woman in the position of being the nag, being accountable for the list, knowing what needs to be on the list, right? And that's the mental load. The mental load is this like never-ending to-do list in your brain of everything you need to know, do, remember, plan for, anticipate, right? So it's
all right, real quick. Let me just exhale really quick. Because that was a lot. That was a lot. I don't know the dude that she's talking about in this video. Apparently, he teaches young boys on how to do, I guess, household stuff like grocery shopping and things like that for guys who are just oblivious. Now, she's complaining about even when her man is going out and executing the task that needs to be executed. For example, grocery shopping. She's complaining that he's still looking for her input on what exactly needs to be done. In other words, it's like she wants something. And here's the thing about women. Women, they want something done, but they want it done a specific way. They don't want it done just any old way. You know what I mean? And in this scenario, I think it's kind of like, okay, they definitely want a certain brand of cheese. They definitely want a certain size of this. They definitely want, 3 of these as opposed to 2. And as a man, you're really just kind of looking for a clear mission so you can take that mission and go execute it. And what she's saying in this video is like she wants the man to create the mission, plan it and everything, and then go out and execute it. Which I guess I challenge that because when you're in a relationship or marriage, I think that things should be kind of done in a tandem, like as a tag team, as a team. If you want me to go to the store and pick up the groceries, then yeah, give me a list on exactly what it is you want. That way we're both on the exact same page. And when I get back from the store, there are no issues. This goes back to, again, just communication is key. She's talking about this mental load thing. And it's like, it just sounds like you're a bad communicator. That's all. That's all. It just sounds like you're a terrible communicator. Because again, in no way, shape, or form is it smart for you, again, as a man, to go to the grocery store and just buy whatever. Like, oh, we need eggs, milk, and cheese, and we need this, that, and the third. And it's like, we have none of that in the freezer, in the refrigerator right now, but go out and get it. Well, you bring something back, she'd be like, boy, what the hell is this? What is this? You got the wrong brand. You got the wrong, type. You know what I mean? You didn't get the right color. This. It's like, nah. I'd rather give me an exact list. I need to be able to hit 100%. Because and that's the thing. It also depends on the household duties as well. Like who cooks in the house mainly. If it is her, then yeah. When I'm going out to buy groceries, if I'm going out to buy groceries for the house, I want to consult you. You should be happy about that. You should be happy about that. Mental load. It's such a fragility crisis, I think. There's a fragility crisis now that is plaguing our youth. Everybody's so soft. Everybody's so soft. You don't even have to go to the store. Just tell me exactly what it is that you need, that we need. Especially if she's the one who does most of the cooking. Soft, man. Kobe voice, soft. Soft. What are we talking about here? Don't even got to go to the store. Let me let her keep yapping for a little bit more.
Knowing that you need to send school lunch 4 days next week. It's planning dinners for the week, knowing what groceries you have, like knowing that one of your kids loves cheddar and one likes mozzarella. Like, it's just knowing all that information. It's being the person who knows what kind of milk you drink. And in the video, right, when we're talking about the milk, he says, okay, we're looking at the milk, but we don't get any milk, right? We have to get the right milk, but we don't know what the right milk is. So we have to call our wife and ask her. And that is the mental load, right? Knowing what kind of milk is in your fridge is the mental load. And he goes on to say that for a few different examples. He says, well, we can't just buy the apples. We need to buy the right apples. So we're going to call our wife. And he said, you're probably going to call your wife 10 times while you're here because we want to get it right. And I think this is the biggest difference between.
Well, okay, so that's a little extreme. If you are literally calling 10, just give me a list. Give me a list. I'll go execute. Now, if I'm FaceTiming you every 3 minutes, okay, I found this. Now, what do I get next? And where do I find that? And what does it look? No, come on. No. That's incompetence. That's incompetence. And by the look of the house that this woman is standing in, assuming this is her home, I would assume that I guess neither her nor her husband are incompetent because it looks like a pretty nice home. Granite countertop she's resting her arms on right now. So obviously y'all got to be making some money. So obviously your spouse is probably not dumb. You know what I mean? There's a difference between asking like, hey, babe, like I need a list. I'll go, you give me the list. I'll go out, I'll execute, I'll complete the mission. I'll bring back exactly what's on that list. There's a difference between that, like asking your wife for that, and going to the store with said list and, you know, still FaceTiming and calling every 3 minutes. I understand that part.
Good men who think they are carrying their fair share and men who truly understand what the mental load is. Because the mental load is knowing what's in the fridge and the pantry at all times. If you ask me, I have a running inventory in my brain of every single thing that's in my fridge, in my freezer, like everything.
That means that you probably do most of the cooking. And if you do most of the cooking, that means you would probably, yes, know what your inventory is looking like. I promise you, like my girl does most of the cooking. I promise you, I don't know, just like off the top of my head, what the hell we have in the cabinets, in the freezer, in the refrigerator. But she probably has that all, you know, up here because she cooks the most. And my girl does the shopping. So it's like, I don't know. It's just about communication. Just about communication. It sounds like you're making something big out of nothing here, lady.
It's being the person who knows what your kids like to eat. It's being the person.
And then also you're saying like he should know all of these things, you know, about, well, she should, you know, the kids and what they prefer and whatnot. But like there's certain things, I guess, like as a mom, and I don't know her situation, but it sounds like she's with the children a lot more than he is, which if that were the case, then yeah, you're probably going to know a few extra Easter eggs about your kids than dad does. Just is what it is. If you spend more time around them while he's at work, whatever, then yeah, you're going to know the little things. Just saying. But she's yapping a lot. I'm done with her yapping. Done with her yapping. Knowing at all times is a bit of an ask if you're not the one doing all the cooking. Exactly. Yeah. Even so with work and just in life general, we're human and we do forget things at times. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And I think somebody said it in the chat here. Glaucoma said, just go with him. Goofball. Man. And you know what it probably is? Probably is they've got the kids. So she would rather like stay home with the kids, you know, whatever, and send him out instead of taking the kids out to go grocery shopping too. Excuse me. But what else we got though? What else we got? What is this? DJ Academics talking about Kendrick Lamar taking the fun out of music. Let's listen.
I think Kendrick took that. Bro, I honestly, like, yes, there's a Kendrick factor, right? Like, I think Kendrick took the fun out of music, right? You know, this nigga just came in with a whole lot of like all that woke bullshit. Like, he's like the nigga who just like fucks up the party. Like, everybody, like, the music stops. Like, what the fuck is this nigga doing, man? He did fuck up the game. I ain't gonna lie. He fucked it up. It's not fun right now. But I will say this, chat. I do believe that music has turned into a passive experience. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. There was times that I used to be excited. I'm waiting. I'm counting down the moments. It's midnight. I'm about to listen to these songs. Yo, so-and-so is dropping. Oh, new music is out today. Bruh, now when new music come out, nigga, I'm like, man, nigga, it might go like 4 or 5 days without me listening to it. There's no more need. There's no more like, it's not like an event to listen to music anymore. It's more like, yo, you heard that shit? Oh, word is hot? Or like even some songs come out, like you might hear somebody else play it, or you might be like, yo, damn, what song is that? And then you might listen to it, but like music is passive. I kind of blame streams a little bit for that. You know why? When people is streaming, when I mean streams, like say me live streaming, I feel like a lot of people these days, bro, they're tuned into other shit, man. Like they're tuned into other shit. So music is something in the background more than it's the main event these days.
I don't know. He making sense though.
And musicians have even turned into the like background folks, where it's like, okay, say you're watching, obviously Kai don't really stream like that no more, but like say you're watching anybody and you see a rapper, it's like the rapper is just kind of there. Not everybody's at the stream to see the rapper. And I think that's the main difference between like all this shit happening.
So I know y'all trashing academics in the comments and because he's goofy, whatever, but I think he's right here. I think he actually hit the nail on the head. I think he hit the nail on the head. He's saying that, you know, nowadays, it used to be where when new music was dropping, everybody like waited by the phone, you know what I mean? 11:59, midnight. I remember back in the Dat Piff and Spinrilla days and all that. You waiting for a mixtape to drop. You stay up late for it and all that. And it just, like he said, it felt like an event. You know, nowadays, it is a lot more passive. You know, there's literally, I can count on maybe half of one hand the amount of artists that if they dropped something today, like right now, I would rush to go listen to it. There's only a couple of people, you know? And yeah, it's extremely passive. I'll take Kanye West, for example. Kanye West is one of my favorite artists of all time. He just dropped an album, Bully, 2 weeks ago. I did not bother to listen to that shit. I did not bother. I didn't, you know, I listened to, again, I heard about it on like Instagram Reels and TikTok and maybe yeah, on a podcast or something like that where somebody played a little snippet of it, but I never went out to actually seek for it myself. And so yeah, I think that it kind of proves his point, and that's why I agree. Like music is more passive. I just kind of let good music find me nowadays instead of actively searching for it. It's weird. I used to be the polar opposite, and maybe that's a part of me just getting older. I don't know, but music definitely does feel more passive now. Now, does this have anything to do with Kendrick Lamar? I don't think so because I feel like it's been like this for some years now. I think it's been like this for some years. I think that music hasn't felt like, again, like an event since, like, I would say COVID, but I feel like that's a lazy answer. I'll actually go a couple of years before COVID. I'll say 2018. Something happened around 2018, 2019 to where like there was just no more buzz around new music that was dropping anymore. You know, and then like albums nowadays are like they're coming and going. Like I remember some of you guys were telling me to listen to that Casino album by Baby Keem. That album came and went. Came and went. I saw something the other day on Twitter that said that's not even in like the top 200 or something like that. I don't know if that's exactly true, but it does seem like music is just not kind of sticking the way that it used to. Hell, even the J. Cole album. The J. Cole album, I mean, I rarely go back and listen to anything on there. It's like a couple of songs. And again, I didn't used to be this way. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Academic says you can blame the streams. like the streamers and stuff like that. I simply blame TikTok and Instagram. That's what I blame. I think that the reels, the swipe for the next video kind of era, it killed the need to listen to music, like actually go and listen to music. And what I mean by that is this. When you're listening to music, you are, well, here, I'll put it like this. When you play a song, you're listening to music. When you watch TV, you're watching TV. That's a visual thing. So visual versus audio. When you open up TikTok, a lot of times you're getting the entertainment that you would get from video, but also it's pleasing your ears sonically with the audio as well. And that's why I think like TikTok dances and the viral trends and stuff like that really kind of took off. And we just kind of thought that, like, I'd rather spend my time being entertained by short form content. Like, it's that addicting. Short form content is that addicting to where I feel like we're no longer feeling inclined to listen to music. And it's not even just short form content. It's also long form content too. It's all forms of content. Because I'll tell you one thing, for me personally, most of the times when I get in my car, right? And typically the car is like the place where you listen to music the most, right? My camera here. Oh. Technical difficulties, please hold. But no, most of the time, guys, when I get in my car, I do not play music. I don't. I play like a podcast. I listen to, some sort of long form content, but like I don't typically turn on music anymore. I've got to be in the right mood. Like, it's got to be like a perfect mood for me to turn on to turn on music. And even then, I'm turning on something that like I've known for ages. It's nothing new. Listening to new music feels like a chore. XVY says, Ye brought out Lauryn Hill and performed all his old Kanye songs. I saw that at SoFi. I saw that. I think that I was surprised by the Ye performance. I was very surprised by the Ye performance. I feel like I had something on that too. Let me see. Somebody talked about that. Not on here. I think it was Ebro.
Genius.
It was hard. It felt like a karaoke concert, but that shit
I'm gonna be real with
crazy.
y'all. I don't want to see a concert like that.
Why? Based from him or just period?
In general, the installations have gone too far, guys.
So
I can't even see you, bro. I can't. Like, what is this? Is an art installation.
Wait,
now,
so
bro.
they had the screen. They had the screens
though.
They had the screen, but then that's what I'm saying.
It was
like,
mad fog. You couldn't see nobody
no, that's
up
what I'm
there.
saying.
Yeah,
it's like I'm looking at a silhouette and you're with a rope attached to your back. Like, no. As far as art installations, and it's incredible.
But as far as a concert,
genius. As far as me sitting there watching this for an hour and a half, bruh. At no point you don't walk like, can I get a regular stage at some juncture?
Right. No, I mean, but again, that's Kanye West.
Listen, you can say, oh, it's hard, it's a man,
biggest stadium, LA. We ain't seen a nigga in mad long.
Right.
He got the new album just came out.
Nigga, I done seen you with Yetis on stage. I done seen you with floating stages. I done seen you with zombies. I done seen you with lights and funny glass. I done seen Kanye.
So this is definitely a very get off my lawn kind of take from Ebro here. Basically saying like, the SoFi performance from Kanye was cool, but he don't want to see all the grand theatrics and everything. So here's actually a video of it. Let me not play that before we get copyrighted. But yeah, so you guys can see the stage is basically like larger than life. It's like he's standing on Earth here, which is super dope. You know, now what he's saying is from the floor seats and stuff, you probably can't see him all that well. But listen, this is, I mean, you talk about an art installation. That's part of what a concert should be, right? People don't pay their money just to see you jump up and down on a stage. Like this isn't like a freaking, you know, uh, a mumble rap concert or one of these younger rap, like a drill rap concert where like literally all they need is a stage with a bunch of their homeboys to jump around and stuff like that. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. Kanye is art. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the best artists of all time. Like he's really tripping with this right now. Again, you sound like an old man. You sound like a get off my lawn kind of guy. This stage is larger than life here. And it coincides with what Kanye's music is. It's larger than life. It's big time. We all know this. It was amazing though. I would have loved to be there. Probably a better experience. Like this is probably like the perfect like seats you can get right here. I wonder how much these seats cost as opposed to the floor seats. Because these are like the best seats in the house right here. And this is a stadium. This is SoFi. This is SoFi, where the Chargers play. It's wild, bro. Chargers and the Rams. It's incredible how he was able to pack out that stadium. And forget what Ebro talking about. This was beautiful. It was beautiful. I think he's just doing it for the takes. Let me see. I heard it only like $200 for the high seats. Man, I wish I could have been there. Because $200 is incredible value. That is incredible value for those seats for a Kanye show at SoFi. Where he brought out Lauryn Hill and performed All Falls Down. Come on now. That was the first time they had ever done that. And she was just a sample on the song, but incredible. Incredible stuff. He hating though. Glaucoma says turn it on the Weeknd full blast. Or when you get in your car. I like the Weeknd. I like the Weeknd a lot. I don't know if I messed with his newest album as more than his previous ones though. Gotta go back and listen to it though. But yeah. Glaucoma also says here, I'm getting older. I listen to mostly the same artists. That's where I'm at with it, bro. It's so hard for me to find new artists and like that. I really like kind of every now and then I'll find somebody that I really, really like. And I'll like do like a deep dive on them. And they're like my new favorite thing for like the next like 2 months. And then I'll kind of like slowly start to dial it back. But for the most part, yeah, I'm the same way. I listen to the same motherfuckers. Same ones. But yeah. Let me see here. I think that was about all I had for you guys today. XVY says, name your top 5 artists that I listen to. Yeah, so I'll go with top 5 artists I listen to. I do love Kanye West. I listen to a lot of Kanye. Some of his old stuff, some of his relatively new stuff. I listen to Drake a lot. Love Drake. Listen to Giveon. He's amazing. I listen to, that's 3 right there. Who's 2 others that I can name? Let me actually see. Those last 2 spots are kind of interchangeable, if you know what I mean. Like certain times it's one artist, other times it's another artist. I like Leon Thomas. I'll say Leon Thomas is up there for me right now. And then I'm just kind of like going through my Apple Music library right now. And for that last spot, it's tough. Last spot is real tough. I mean, I can't really say Kendrick like that. I don't really listen to Kendrick like that. I mean, I love Kendrick Lamar, but if it's not like something new and I'm not listening to his old stuff on purpose, which I don't find myself doing too frequently, it's not really too heavy in the rotation. But that last spot, man, I might give it to like The Weeknd. I might give it to like The Weeknd. That sounds about right. Aren't you a big J. Cole guy? J. Cole, I mean, I used to be. When I was in high school, like I'd say like 2013 through 2015 was the height of my J. Cole fandom. Where like, I mean, basically everything from like Born Sinner to up until For Your Eyes Only. That span. And I think there was a couple of albums in between that 2014 Forest Hill Drive. And I think there might have been one more. I think that was it though. But no, I mean, J. Cole used to be that for me. He still is. He can still rap his ass off. Don't get me wrong. It's just like something with the music nowadays is just kind of missing. Something with it is kind of missing. I think it's like the lack of cultural appeal that we get. Like J. Cole used to have songs like Power Trip. You remember Power Trip, him and Miguel? Culturally just like iconic. Songs like Crooked Smile, culturally just like iconic. Nowadays, you don't really get that out of J. Cole. He's kind of like, I've already did the whole commercial thing and giving y'all the bops and stuff that you can listen to your car on the radio over and over and over and over again. I'm gonna give you just these bars and kind of like these deep cuts and stuff like that, which is cool. And I appreciate it because again, I love his lyrical ability, but he doesn't really provide as much replay value for me as he used to. He just doesn't. He doesn't provide the replay value for me. No Kodak. Nah. Kodak is like on a special occasions. I like Kodak, but I'm not rushing to hear none of his albums. I'll have to hear it again in passing. If I hear a good song in passing, again, if I'm on YouTube, if I'm on TikTok or Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts or something like that, or if I hear it out and about, then I'll be like, okay. But again, I'm at the point now where I just kind of let good music find me. Let me see. Have you listened to any of Kevin Gates' new stuff? No, I have not. Not a big Kevin Gates guy. Not a big Gates guy. I don't know what it is. I mean, I have like a couple of like verses that I like that where he was featured on a song, but never been a big Kevin Gates guy. If you want a fun, unique rapper, check out RXK Nephew. Not deep rapper, but very entertaining. Okay, I'll check him out. RXK Nephew. It sounds like some. I don't know. I have to give it a shot. It sounds interesting. RXK Nephew. But all right, guys, listen. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Again, this has been episode 50 of Sutton Reactions. Key Glock is a good one too. Episode 50. Thank y'all so much for coming through. Make sure you leave a like on the video. Leave your questions, comments, concerns down below in the comment section. And again, if you want to send me anything that you want me to react to, please make sure you send it to me on Twitter or Instagram at Sutton Def, just like you see down below. I'll see you guys next week. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Peace.